All right, so today we're going to dive deep into the world of Derek Hough.
Oh, yeah.
You know him.
Love him.
From Dancing with the Stars.
Absolutely.
But there's so much more to this guy.
How much more?
Than just, being a pro dancer on Dancing with the Stars.
Absolutely.
6-time Mirrorball champion.
Yeah.
Emmy Award winner for choreography. And we're going to look at all of that today.
Okay.
Using an article from biography.com called Derek Hough Age, Family, and Facts.
Okay.
So let's start at the beginning.
Right.
Derek was born in Salt Lake City, Utah in 1985.
All right.
And get this, all 4 of his grandparents were dancers.
Oh, wow.
And his parents met on a college ballroom dance team.
That's amazing.
So it was like destined to be.
Yeah, he was destined to be a dancer.
Yeah.
And so he and his sister Julianne, who you probably also know from Dancing with the Stars,
Yes.
started dancing at a young age.
Okay.
They even were performing like locally in Utah.
But here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
At 13 years old,
Oh my gosh.
both Derek and Julianne
Wow.
moved to London to attend the Italia Conti Academy of Theatre Arts.
Wow. That's a big move.
That is a big move
That's
for 13-year-olds to just pick up and go to another country.
Yeah, and to go to such a prestigious school.
Exactly.
Incredible.
And while they were there, his parents got divorced.
Oh, wow.
And Derek has spoken openly about the fact that he was bullied quite a bit when he was living in Utah.
Oh, no.
Like physically and emotionally tormented.
Wow.
But he said that he has since forgiven his bullies.
That's remarkable.
So pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Now let's fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
Derek joins Dancing with the Stars in 2007 for season 5.
Season 5.
His sister Julianne was already a pro dancer on the show.
Right.
And what followed was basically Derek dominating the dance floor.
Yeah, he really did.
For like a decade.
Yeah.
He won 6 Mirrorball trophies.
It's a record.
Which is a record.
Yeah, it's insane with all these different partners.
There's such a variety of partners, too.
Jenny Garth.
Oh, yeah.
Brooke Burke.
Yep.
Nicole Scherzinger. Jennifer Grey.
Oh, I remember that season.
Kelly Pickler.
Yes.
Amber Riley.
Huh?
Amy Purdy.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Bindi Irwin.
Forgot about that one.
Like so many different partners.
Yeah.
And he also won 2 Emmy Awards.
Wow.
For his choreography on the show.
It's one thing to be a fantastic dancer yourself.
Right.
But to be able to teach other people.
Yes.
And choreograph these amazing routines.
Especially people who aren't dancers. Like, that's a whole other skill set.
Yeah.
Now, while all this was happening, Derek was also dipping his toes into other parts of the entertainment industry.
Right.
For example, he was in the first Harry Potter movie.
What?
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I did not know that.
Yeah, he was a Hogwarts student.
Wow. I'm going to have to rewatch that.
It's one of those blink and you miss it moments.
Okay.
But he's there.
That's so cool.
He also starred in a dance film in 2014 called Make Your Move. Alongside Korean pop star Boe.
Awesome.
So, like, clearly he was thinking beyond just ballroom.
Yeah.
But even as he was doing all that, he was still very much involved in dance.
Yeah.
He directed and starred in Michael Bublé's music video.
Oh, wow.
For, I Believe in You.
Cool.
He even danced with Lindsay Sterling in her music video for The Arena.
That's awesome.
It seems like this guy cannot stop
Loves to dance.
dancing.
Yeah.
So he's got this TV career, this movie career, but he also has had several roles on television shows.
Okay.
Like he had a recurring role on the show Nashville.
Oh, cool.
And then he was Corny Collins in Hairspray Live.
Oh, fun.
Which was such a great
I love that
performance. Yeah.
And then there's this whole other side of him where he does like home renovation with Mark Ballas.
Really?
They had an HGTV show called Mark and Derek's Excellent Flip.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And then they were even on American Ninja Warrior together for Red Nose Day.
I love those two together.
They're great.
Yeah.
And then Derek also had a stint as a judge on World of Dance.
With J-Lo.
With Jennifer Lopez.
And Neo.
Mm-hmm. Now, before we get to that, though, let's talk about some of his musical endeavors.
All right.
Because this guy does it all.
Seems like it. So
he formed the Ballas Who Band with Mark Ballas.
Of course.
His longtime friend.
Yeah.
And then he actually released his own solo song called Hold On, which was inspired by a friend of his who was struggling. And he actually dedicated it to raising awareness about suicide.
That's great.
So
clearly a very thoughtful guy.
Compassionate.
And then, I don't know if you know this, but he's a big fan of Breaking Benjamin.
Really?
And he actually covered their song Ashes of Eden.
Wow.
After he had vocal cord surgery.
Oh, wow.
And then he's even recorded with the band.
That's amazing.
So
pretty cool.
Yay.
Now, we can't talk about Derek without mentioning his theater career.
Okay.
He was in a West End production of Footloose.
Oh, fun.
Back in 2006. Wow. And then he was in the New York Spring Spectacular in 2015.
Okay.
And then on top of all that, his choreography is like out of this world.
Yeah.
He even choreographed the routine for Olympic ice dancers, Meryl Davis and Charlie White.
Oh, yeah.
Who then went on to win gold at the Sochi Olympics.
That's right.
In 2014.
That routine was amazing.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
And at just 22 years old.
Oh, my gosh.
He was already a choreographer for the BBC reality show Dance X. Wow.
So talented.
Clearly his talent was recognized very early on.
Early on.
Now, of course, we can't talk about Derek without talking about
Julianne.
His sister.
Yeah. Dynamic duo.
They have toured extensively together.
Yeah.
For their Move Live on Tour and Move Beyond Live on Tour shows.
Right.
They were on Lip Sync Battle together.
Oh, yeah.
They co-hosted the Disney Parks Magical Christmas Celebration. And they had their own holiday special called Holidays with the Hoss.
Oh, wow.
Like these two.
They're unstoppable.
They're a force to be reckoned with.
They really are.
Now let's take a little detour.
Okay.
And talk about his personal life.
Right.
He dated Shannon Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah.
For about a year after they were paired on Dancing with the Stars. He briefly dated Lauren Conrad in 2011.
Okay.
But since 2015, he's been in a relationship with Dancing with the Stars troupe dancer Haley Erbert.
And that brings us to the end of part 1 of our Derek Hough deep dive.
Already? That went by so fast.
It did.
So much to cover.
But there's so much more to talk about.
I know. I can't wait for part 2.
All right. So welcome back to our Derek Hough deep dive.
So much more to talk about.
So much more.
Yeah.
Last time we were talking about his work ethic. But we really just scratched the surface.
Yeah.
And his artistry.
It's unbelievable.
A whole other conversation.
It really is.
So where should we even begin?
Well, let's talk about his choreography.
Okay.
We mentioned his work with the Olympic ice dancers.
Right.
Meryl Davis and Charlie White.
Yes.
But he's done so much more than that.
Right.
Like, remember that flash mob he did for Oprah?
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
And it really showed off his ability to
bring people together.
Yeah, bring people together.
Yeah.
Make it entertaining and just like
heartwarming.
Heartwarming.
It really was.
It was so cool. And, you know, speaking of teaching, we can't forget about his time on Dance X.
Oh, right. The BBC show.
The BBC show, where he was like mentoring and guiding all these
aspiring dancers.
And he was only 22.
22 years old.
That's incredible.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's clear that he's always been willing to share his knowledge and his passion with other people.
For sure.
Okay, let's talk about his music again for a second.
Right.
We talked about his band, and we talked about his solo song. Hold on.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's more.
There's more.
Yeah.
Now, his taste in music is actually very diverse.
It is.
Which you might not know just from seeing him dance.
Right.
He loves classic rock.
Yeah.
He loves pop, which explains the Breaking Benjamin cover.
That's right.
It was so cool.
It was.
Hearing him like belt out this rock anthem.
Yeah.
And he's not just a singer.
He also plays multiple instruments.
That's right. Multi-talented.
He's really pushing the boundaries.
Absolutely.
In so many different areas.
So many ways.
Now, with all that said,
okay,
is there anything that Derek Hough can't do?
That's a good question.
Like,
I mean, he's so versatile.
It's incredible.
We've seen him do so much.
He really is.
I guess maybe we haven't seen him like dive deep into jazz.
Yeah.
Or classical music.
Right.
But who knows? Maybe that's next.
That's true.
Yeah.
You never know.
Never know.
All right, so let's talk about his stage presence.
Okay.
We talked about Footloose.
Yes.
We talked about New York Spring Spectacular. But what is it about this guy that makes him so magnetic?
He has this undeniable charisma that just draws you in.
Right.
But he's also so technically brilliant. His timing is impeccable.
Yes.
And he makes everything look so effortless.
Right, like he makes it look easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which it's not.
Definitely.
And he's not afraid to be vulnerable on stage either.
Yeah.
Like, you can really see.
You can feel it.
You can feel
You feel the passion, the joy, even the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And he's a great storyteller.
Yes, he is.
Like, he uses his body to convey these narratives.
Absolutely.
That go beyond words.
It's not just about the steps.
Right.
It's about communicating something deeper.
Yes.
Expressing his soul through movement.
Okay, so we've talked about his dedication. We've talked about his commitment.
Yeah.
But how does he do it?
How does he do it all?
How does he achieve this level of success in everything?
Well, I think it's a combination of things.
Okay.
Discipline, passion, and a refusal to settle.
Like, he's not okay with just being good.
No, he's always pushing himself to be better.
Always striving for
excellence.
Excellence.
Yeah.
And he's also
the lifelong learner.
Constantly learning.
Yes, always absorbing new techniques.
Yes.
New ideas from everyone he works with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how has Derek Hough impacted the world of dance and entertainment?
I mean, he's definitely helped to popularize dance.
Yeah.
Especially ballroom dance. You know, he's made it more accessible to a wider audience.
Right, through his TV appearances.
Exactly, through TV.
His stage shows. Yeah. And he's also broken down barriers.
Absolutely.
By showcasing, like, the versatility of ballroom dancing.
Yes, and the athleticism. Yes.
And he's inspired
countless
so many dancers, not just with his talent, but also with his message.
Right, his message of perseverance and dedication. Like, you can do anything.
You can do anything if you set your mind to it.
If you put in the work.
And if you put in the work.
Yeah.
Now, his impact goes beyond just the dance floor.
Absolutely.
He's become a role model for young people.
Yes. Showing them the importance of hard work.
Yes.
Of following your dreams and using your platform for good.
And speaking of that, his advocacy for suicide prevention and mental health awareness
so important
is incredibly powerful.
It really is.
So as we think about the legacy that Derek Hough is building, what will he be remembered for?
I think he'll be remembered as an innovator.
Okay.
Someone who pushed the boundaries of dance and entertainment and inspired so many others to follow in his footsteps.
Right. And he'll also be remembered for
his kindness.
His
generosity.
Making the world a better place.
Making the world a better place.
Absolutely.
So his story is really about so much more than just dance.
It's about human connection, perseverance, and the power of art to heal and inspire.
Beautiful. All right, so we're back for the final part of our Derek Hough deep dive.
It's been quite a journey.
It really has.
Yeah.
From Salt Lake City to global stardom.
I know, it's amazing. This guy has done it all.
Pretty much.
But what's next?
What is next for Derek Hough?
Right.
That's the question.
What's he going to do next?
I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of him.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
As always.
Always pushing boundaries.
Coming up with something new.
Always exploring.
So speaking of exploring,
what
are some of the influences that have shaped
that's interesting.
his artistry?
Yeah.
Like, what are some of his inspirations?
Well, you can definitely see a lot of classic Hollywood musicals in his work.
Yeah.
But also a lot of contemporary dance styles and even influences from rock music.
Yeah.
You know,
he's got it all.
He really does.
Yeah, it's like he takes everything.
He's like a sponge.
And then creates something totally unique.
Absolutely.
But what is it about performing that drives him?
I think it's that connection he makes with the audience.
Oh, okay.
You know, when he's on stage, he just, he transports people to another world.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to be vulnerable either.
No. He really puts himself out there.
Just like you're experiencing it with him.
Exactly.
So as we're wrapping up this deep dive, what are some of the things about Derek Hough's story that really resonate with you?
Well, for me, it's his resilience.
Okay.
You know, we talked about how he was bullied and his parents got divorced. But he never let those things define him.
Right.
He used them as fuel.
Yeah.
To become even stronger.
So inspiring.
Really is.
And I think for me, it's his commitment to using his platform to make a difference. Like advocacy for mental health.
So important.
Suicide prevention.
Yeah.
Like he's really
using his voice.
To help other people.
Yeah.
So
talented.
So talented.
Kind of compassionate.
What a guy.
Truly an inspiration.
Yeah, he really is.
So that's it. That's our deep dive.
For our Derek Hough deep dive.
I can't believe it's over.
I know, it went by so fast.
I know.
But thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Bye.